Another day, another Yeezy. What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm reviewing the upcoming Adidas Yeezy Quantum in the teal blue colorway. Before we jump into the video, I want to really quickly announce the brand new Apothecary drop happening this Friday. So this drop is kind of special because it's the first time we're dropping anything other than socks. In fact, we're just dropping one thing. And that thing, as you may have guessed or as you may have seen on my Instagram, is actually this shirt. So the shirt comes in black with the Apothecary logo across the chest in teal, and on the back of the shirt you've actually got our brand new Apothecary A logo. And just like our socks, we wanted to make sure that any product that we release is of the highest quality. This is not a crappy print on some Gildan shirt. This is a cut and sew Apothecary shirt with Apothecary tags, and it's the best quality that we could possibly get. Because we've never done anything other than socks, we have no idea the reception that these shirts are going to get, so because of that, rather than just dropping the shirts, we're going to be holding pre-orders. Pre-orders start tomorrow, Friday, October 9th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and will be open for just 24 hours. After the 24 hours, we're done, that's it. If you do decide to grab one of our shirts, they should ship within 2 to 3 weeks. So if you would like to grab Apothecary's very first non-sock drop, make sure to sign up for email notifications at apothecary.com and also follow us on Instagram at Apothecary. And don't worry, we've got a bunch more Apothecary socks coming in the next couple weeks, including no-shows, which you guys have been asking for a while. Also, I just realized that this shirt matches perfectly with the teal blue Quantums. That was not on purpose, totally a coincidence, but man, that worked out. But now getting back into the sneakers themselves, here they are, the Adidas Yeezy Quantums in the teal blue colorway. If you're trying to grab a pair of these for yourself, they release on Saturday, October 10th for $250. And as far as Quantums go, they're pretty solid. They're nothing crazy, but they're definitely solid. So like most of the other Adidas Yeezy sneakers slated to release in 2020, the name of this shoe used to be a biblical name. In fact, it was Ophani, but it seems like Adidas decided to switch up the Yeezy naming scheme from biblical names to something more color-based. But something kind of interesting that you'll notice on the box of this sneaker that you may have also noticed on the Carbons that released a couple weeks ago is that the original name of the sneaker is still on the tag. And what that leads me to believe is that they decided to change the name of the sneaker after all the shoes were produced, which means it was a pretty recent decision. I honestly have no idea why Adidas decided to do this. I was kind of into the unique naming scheme of these Yeezys, but hey, it's easier to say, so I guess you can't be mad at it. Other than that though, the box itself is pretty standard. You've got your natural raw cardboard with the Quantum name printed on the top. And of course, just like with every other recent Yeezy, it's a drawer style box. But getting back into the sneaker itself, the Yeezy Quantum Teal Blue is the third colorway and fourth style of the Adidas Yeezy Quantum silhouette. But interestingly enough, even though this Yeezy Quantum is the same silhouette as previous Quantums, there are some pretty large differences when it comes to the upper. Starting things off in the shoe, you've got this dark gray synthetic suede overlay, which according to Adidas offers some good toe protection. Also according to Adidas, it's synthetic, which I would have guessed, but it's surprising that they just came out and said it. It's pretty soft to the touch. It doesn't feel as nice as the suede used on the Yeezy 700s, but it's still not bad. Moving up the center of the shoe, you've got this black material, which has a very neoprene type feel to it. This black material makes up the tongue, which isn't really a tongue because it's kind of just connected to the rest of the upper and is only really separated near the top. Not only that, but it's also not really padded at all, so don't expect a soft, plush tongue. It's still comfortable, but it's not going to give you a lot of cushion on the top of your foot. Weaving over the top of the tongue, you've got these black rope laces, which surprisingly, unlike a lot of the newer Yeezys, you can still tie, which is really great to see. I'm assuming the reason they did that is because this is technically a performance basketball shoe, and on a performance basketball shoe, you should be able to tie the laces. Moving inside the sneaker, there's not really any padding to speak of around the top portion of the ankle, and the only real padding that you get in this sneaker is around the heel. Then rounding off the inside of the sneaker, you've got a black insole with the Yeezy and Adidas branding printed on the heel in gray. When it comes to sizing and fit, the Adidas Yeezy Quantum Teal Blue remains pretty consistent with the other Yeezy Quantums. And by that I mean that this shoe does seem to fit true to size. It's definitely a wider shoe, so if you're a wide footer you'll be happy, but if you have narrow feet like myself, it may not hurt to go down half a size. But because everyone's feet are different, if you have the chance to try this shoe on first or any other Yeezy Quantum first before you buy it, make sure to do that to make sure that you're grabbing the right size for you. Then continuing back in the shoe to the midfoot, you've got one pretty large jacquard knit panel. Unlike all of the previous Yeezy Quantums, this panel seems to just be one piece of knit. There's no TPU overlay, there's no large areas with just plastic mesh. It all seems to be knit in one piece together. That said though, there is still a very definite wave-like pattern. The top portion of the panel is a mix of teal blue, which of course is the name of the sneaker, and also some olive gray knit. Just below that, you've got some more gray, accented by some even darker gray hits. And then over top of all these colors, you've got some reflective thread creating this 3M wave pattern. Now the 3M on the midfoot of the shoe is not extremely strong, so it's not that noticeable, but when you catch it in just the right light, you can see it. As you move farther back in the sneaker, you've got more of that black neoprene material that you found on the tongue. Then just below that, you've got this large TPU heel counter. Now the heel counter is interesting because the color scheme seems to be split between this sort of light gray area, which of course is reflective, and then this darker gray area at the top, which is interestingly enough also reflective. Functionally, the heel counter does seem to do its job. It keeps you locked into the back of the sneaker. The only part of it that I don't like is this really sharp corner here near the bottom of the shoe. I feel like over time that detail will unadhere and pop off the side of the sneaker and cause some cracking along the plastic, but I won't know for sure until I really play in this sneaker for a couple months. Encasing the front half of the midsole, you've got this smoke gray semi-translucent rubber, and then inside the rubber, you've actually got a full-length boost midsole. Now unfortunately on the Quantum, there's a lot less boost than you're probably used to if you've worn shoes like the Ultra Boost and the NMDs, and at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. It still provides some nice impact protection, and the reason they encased it was to prevent it from being too mushy and prevent you from sliding around on the footbed of the shoe, which is a great thing if you're going to use this shoe to play basketball in or you just love stability. If you prefer more soft, cushy comfort, this might not be the shoe for you. It's definitely not uncomfortable, but it's not as soft as some boosts that you're probably used to. And then finally moving to the bottom of the shoe, you've got this creamy yellow rubber outsole. The Yeezy Quantum Teal Blue is a decent colorway on a decent Yeezy silhouette. It's probably not an incredible performance basketball sneaker, but it's a decent looking shoe, and if you missed out on all the other Quantums, it's not a bad way to go. Personally, my favorite colorway of the Quantums is the very first colorway to release, but if I had to take one thing from this shoe and put it on that shoe, it would be the 3M accents on the side, because I think that's a really nice touch. But that pretty much wraps up all of my thoughts on the Yeezy Quantum Teal Blue. Now I would love to know your thoughts on this sneaker and whether you plan on picking one up for yourself, so make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to check out the brand new Apothecary shirt, which we're launching on Friday. Once again, the links are in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.